Hi, it's Janet Wakeland with RemARkablyCreated.com. Today I want to show you how I made my father's birthday card. It features the beautiful deer stamp from our Holiday Mini catalog, our wood grain background stamp. It features our circle card framelets, and I love all the little extra pieces that come with this set, and we used the little mini label with it, but I love all of the different little pieces in addition to the swing card that it makes. We're going to use our Artichoke Designer Series paper from our paper stack. We have a piece of cardstock that is cut 3 3/4 by 5, and this piece is actually on the inside for your message. We have a naturals button that is what holds it shut. We have a happy birthday image, and then we have our burlap ribbon. So let's go ahead and, oops, let me back up for a second. We also have the deer embossed in early espresso, and then I spritzed it just a little bit. And the way that I spritzed it is I added 20 drops of soft spray to rubbing alcohol to one of our spritzers. It was filled all the way up to here when I began using it, and I simply just hold it at a great distance and give it just a light spritz, and you get that little bit of a fun little textured background since it's kind of a woodsy outdoor looking project like that. So let's go ahead and let's assemble this card together. You're going to start with a piece of crumb cake that is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and you're going to score it at 3 1/4 and 2 1/4. So let's grab our trimmer, and we're going to go 2 1/4, and we'll give it a good score. And we're going to go to 3 1/4, and we'll give it that good score, just like so. And so now we have a card that just has an interesting fold. You can do the shorter piece on the top, longer at the bottom. You can go sideways, top to bottom, just like that. So we'll set that aside for just a moment. And actually we can go ahead and let's just get some of these pieces adhered, because that will go ahead and clean up our workspace just a little bit. Let's put this piece on the inside, give you a nice white surface to leave your message on. We will take our deer and we will go ahead and we'll mount that here. We had lots of fun brainstorming some really fun different personalized stamps that we could make for this deer stamp today. We were definitely rolling and laughing and having a good time. Now I want to add a wood grain background, and this is our big background stamp. The way that I like to personally work with these is with them rubber side up. We're going to take our crumb cake ink pad because I just want a subtle pattern on the back. And we're going to ink this up. Make sure we just get good ink coverage all over. And we're going to leave it rubber side up. As a woman, most of us have smaller hands, and to try to palm it and turn it over and then also then hit the target that we're trying to can get challenging. So I find that I have great success when I ink it up, leave it rubber side up, take and lay my image right down on it. And then I've mentioned before how much I love Stampin' Up's 11 by 17 paper, because I can just fold it right over, keep my hands nice and clean, give it a good rub to make sure that I'm getting that background texture all over the card. And so there you can see that nice texture on our project, just like that. Now I want to go ahead and I want to add our burlap ribbon. And let's use our scientific way of measuring how long that ribbon should be. And I'll trim it up a little bit more in just a second. Burlap ribbon is sewn on the left and the right side. You want to just cut one of those seams off. And make sure that you save these little pieces here. These are great to use as trim on other projects in your scrapbooking. So make sure that you save them. And we're just going to grab some of these pieces and we're going to just start to create a little bit of a fringe on our project. How much fringe will be up to you. Then we're going to take and we're going to add some sticky strip down the side. I like to use this as opposed to regular snail adhesive because the burlap ribbon does have a little bit of a weight to it. And now let's see if I can get the backing off with you guys watching. Yay! So now I have the lining. If you've ever worked with sticky strip before, you know that this plastic lining can have a little bit of a static and it will follow you. Sometimes I find it in the wash machine. I've found it actually in my bed. I found it in the bathroom, of course stuck to clothes on the floor. So when I'm working, I try to remember to add just a little strip of snail and then just to start to stick those pieces to it so they stay flat and they don't travel and join me all over my house. We'll go ahead and we'll lay that down. There we go. I've got my little bit of fringe showing. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then I would go ahead and add sticky strip and adhesive just to the top part like that. And I do have a piece that has a little bit already done, so we would just do just like that. Okay, but just for the purpose of today, let's just tack this lightly. I'll go back and I'll fix it a little bit heavier. We're going to take our label. Isn't that gold foil beautiful? I have the birthday stamp. I've embossed it in gold, and I am going to use scissors. I know some of you are going, oh, where's the framelit? Where's the punch? Where's your trimmer? You know what? This is a handmade creation. It's something that I made myself, and I'm okay using that. Plus, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we do have some beautiful scissors that we sell, and so I like to use the tools that I carry. So I've got the happy birthday. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of break it up just a little bit and get a little bit of adhesive to it, just like that. Now the last thing that I did, and where's my little threader? We'll go ahead and put this in the hole. And one of these pieces here that I pulled off of the burlap, we're going to take. You can also use those dental flossy little things as well. I just happen to have a whole bunch of these from sewing, and I stock them at all of the stations in my studio. So I have this little piece here, and then I've got one of our little naturals, and I'm just simply going to approximate where it's going to go, and we'll come back up. Really large craft needles are a great thing to have and to keep handy. Let's make sure I don't pull it out of the other side. So all I've done is I'm just sewing the button on. That's just going to make sure that it really has some strength and it's not going to pop off. And we're just going to give it a knot. It's a man's card. We don't need a bow on a man's card. I know the one that I showed you had a bow, but right now we're going to make this one more manly. We're going to make it a knot. So let's just do that. And now I have the button to hold my card on, just like that. So again, nice and easy project, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Beautiful deer stamp, our foil, framelit from the card, thinlit circle card, our deer from the holiday catalog, wood background stamp, burlap, natural buttons. And I know that my father's going to love this birthday card. So thank you guys for making this card along with me. Have a great day, and God bless.